morning, student. So today we'll discuss further on the data frame. We'll do the revision of data frame. So we have seen that how we can create the data frame as from different type of data structure, series and 2D dictionary. So now further we'll do the different operation within this data frame. That what how we can create different data frame structure or how we can operate on it. So first of all, let's create one again data frame and then we'll do our operation today's operation. So today I'm just creating one data frame from two series. So first we have to import the data pandas. Running pandas as pt. Then after I will take two series and using these two series will work today. So series 1, for example, S1 I'm taking pt dot series. In that I'm passing one structure value, just like one list only I'm passing. So 20, 30, 40, for example, this is my three series element and another data frame and the other series I'm using here equal to pt dot series. Then pt dot series I'm using few more values just like 15,000, 24,000 and 54,200. So these are my value. So I have these two data frame. Now I'm just creating one dictionary d1 equals to pt dot or I'm just creating this as a dictionary. So here within curly brace I will enclose this two. So as index for that I'm taking one key as for example uh, just like only what should I take in one only in one. Within that I'm passing my first series that is S1, that is my value, and then I'm giving my second series heading in 2 and I'm passing S2. So I'm keeping S2. Now I create one data frame df is equal to pt dot data frame. In that I will pass d1. So when you pass the d1, df will be created. So this is my n1 and 2 multiple 0 1 2 these are coming. Now we'll do few operation within this data frame today. So first of all, the operation that we'll see today, that is the few attribute. We'll know about the few attribute that already we have discussed. So few one important attribute. If we want to see only for the index, then how we can do df dot index. So here let me just give a heading attributes. So there I'm passing df dot index. Within df dot index, right, it will give us start from 0, stop from this. So on the other hand, if we write simply df dot access, in that case it will give us two access. That is, this is the first access, that is access 0, access row index, and this is the column index n1 and n2. In this way it will give us. And data type, we want to print the data type, so df dot data type, d types it would be d type. So in that case it will give us the value. Okay, so in this way we can store the value. Now few things we'll see within this data frame, that if we want to just like transpose the data frame, how we can do. Just like if this is our normal thing, if transpose means just row becomes column, column becomes row. So df dot capital T, so it will be become transpose. So this is the meaning of transpose. Even when we are doing the transpose, using that transpose also we can create a new data frame also. For example, df1 equals to df.p. So now if we print df1, so that is new value. Okay, so this is the thing. Now after that, after creation of these things, again we'll go for selecting values. Now we'll today do the operation on how we can select different type of values or columns or rows. So that is only called selecting values. So at first, by the name only, we'll see that how we can fetch the value. uh, we can fetch the value by the column heading. For example, if from df, if I'm taking n1, so here I can write n1, so it will give me the first column value. And on the other hand, for df2, if we write df1, if we write, so in that case I have to mention the column 0. For example, you can see the column is 0, so then in that case it is giving this column, this particular column. Okay, so now next we have another way. We have the another things, just like suppose df dot, for example, if we do dot operation also, that means if we write simply the column name, if we write simply the column name, so then also we can fetch the element. Whenever we are writing the column name by using dot operation, that time we do not need to mention within box bracket. Just like you can see the same n1 I fetched by writing in the box bracket, but here I have written only df dot n1. The same value is been displayed. This is how we can fetch any column. Now in that the same way, if we want to fetch the multiple columns, so in the same way we have to write the multiple column names, just like df of, there we want to mention n1 comma n2. So then at least we have to mention, so then it will fetch the two values, two column. So for this purpose, let me create one data frame, another data frame, so it will be more appropriate. Just like, just a second, let me just take one example of data frame. Let me take this one. I'm taking a fresh new copy of this title. The city is ready. Now I'm just creating one data frame using this city. So df equals to pt dot data frame. Here I'm passing the city. So when we print, it will have proper values and columns. Now suppose here we'll fetch the different element within the df. If we want to fetch Delhi, so either we can write df dot Delhi, then we don't need to enclose under the single quotes. It will display the value of Delhi. On the other hand, if we want to mention the box bracket, so that also we can do by just box bracket. Then we have to mention under the single quotes because there is a string value. So if we want to now fetch the multiple value, so that how we can fetch, we have to mention the list. Suppose Delhi, and I want to fetch for Mumbai also. Or also we can do in this way that we can reverse the, or we can change the order. Suppose I want to fetch for Mumbai first, then Kolkata, or then Delhi, for example, Delhi. So in this way also you can fetch. So here that will display for that particular two city and that order only. Now suppose I want to fetch for Mumbai and Chennai. So mention this way. So Mumbai and Chennai. So in this way we can fetch any value of any column. Even whenever we are fetching the element, so obviously we have to remember this column heading we are accessing here. We are accessing the column headings or column index. All these are column heading, and population, hospital, schools, these are row heading. Okay, but whenever we do the transpose, just becomes just reverse of it, or you can say row becomes column, column becomes row. So again, I'm just showing this is my df. Now, if we take in df t equals to df dot t, capital T, so what will happen? Df t will have the transpose of it. Just row becomes column, column becomes row. Okay, so this is very important one. Now we are going to access the rows also. So I'm will access the row in different way, either through LOC, using the LOC. LOC one attribute is there. How we can write the LOC? Using the LOC, we have to write the column name. So how we can do that? df dot LOC. LOC is our access element or location. You can say rows and columns. Rows or a combination of row and column that we can do under the LOC. So when we are accessing the LOC, for example, within this LOC, I am writing here, for example, the location is Delhi, for example, means Delhi. From Delhi only I want to fetch, then here I am using one comma, then colon, means Delhi, and for all values of Delhi. Here it is giving us error. Now what is this reason? Because you can see whenever we are mentioning the LOC, in that case we have to mention the particular element. The particular element in the sense, just like row element we have to mention. So that is very much important. Here we have mentioned the column element, because but if in place of df, if we use the dft, because I have taken it transpose, so in that case, let's see, so it is giving us proper value. Okay, so this is a very important point. Whenever we are accessing the row using the LOC, we have to mention the row headings or row indexes so that it can fetch the value as per the columns. So in case, suppose if we want to fetch the multiple value, so that also we can do, just like from Delhi to Kolkata. Suppose I want to fetch, so here I will write Delhi to Kolkata, and if I want to fetch all the columns, I will write in this way. Okay, but suppose if you want to fetch for DF, so then we have to go for the its DF's uh, DF row. What are the DF row? Population, hospital, and city. Now within DF, if we write DF dot LOC, within that if we write just like within box bracket, if we write population. So in this case, it can fetch some element. It can fetch some element. So this is the meaning of things. Here you can see in case of df, when I'm mentioning a row name or row index, then it is fetching some element. On the same way, if we want to fetch from population to suppose school, from population to hospital, population and hospital, so they will mention in this way: population colon hospital, hospital, and within this site, in terms of column, from Delhi to Mumbai, only this I want to fetch. So here I am mentioning Delhi to Mumbai. To means colon, here I am using Mumbai, I am writing. So from Delhi to Mumbai only. Okay. Okay, okay, one comma should be there. Okay, here one comma should be there, and no colon will be there. This is for the row part from row to row, and this is for the column part from column to column. In between, comma will be there, so you can see population hospital of Delhi and Mumbai is been displayed. So this is how we can fetch element of a data frame. So today is up to here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, student.